Let's rank MLB teams based on their futures. A little bit of this exercise is going to be figuring out, who's on the team now, the young players on the roster, but more so we're looking at farm systems, we're looking at front offices, we're looking at coaching staffs, team development. We want to take the entire picture of an organization and see who's going to be the best 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the line.
James, take in the intro. I like it. I'll pick up from here. Don't forget to subscribe to the Windup. Big shout out to all our members who get access to all our videos early. As you can see, we've got the tier list loaded up, and we've got some different tiers on here than we normally do. Again, we're talking about futures, not how these teams are present day, but what they're going to look like in 3, 4, 5 years from now. Of course, we've got the World Series tier. Teams that we think can go to the World Series, can win a World Series.
Consistently.
Consistently. We've got the damn good tier, playoffs tier, average, whatever, and then TMDS for those of you loyal Wind-Up listeners, for those of you loyal Messed Up listeners. If you've been ever watching James's content, it's Turbo Mega Dog Shit. That is, maybe we'll get a TMDS shirt. Maybe that's our merch. Turbo Mega Dog Shit. And we're starting off with the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have got to be one of the weirder ones that we could possibly start out with.
Kind of. Let's think about the Diamondbacks right now. The fact that if we're using our criteria, there's a lot of legit young talent on this roster still.
Yes.
Like, youngish talent, I guess. There's not a lot of young talent. Farm system, not great. I think it's pretty bad, but not the worst. But also, I wouldn't even call it in the top 15. And I don't know how much I trust the organizational processes there.
It's like the fact that Jordan Lawler still hasn't hit, and he came out of the draft with just some of the highest potential. Again, people were kind of comping him to Bobby Witt Jr. light. Obviously, it's an insane comp now knowing where Bobby Witt Jr. is. But, they kind of haven't hit on their first-round picks in a while. But then they also get a guy like Corbin Carroll and turn him into one of the best players in baseball. Ketel Marte got crazy as soon as he got to the Diamondbacks. So I don't have no faith in them to develop, but I also still am kind of watching with a close eye. And when you look at this farm system as it stands right now, I'm going to confidently say that I'm excited about 2 prospects, and the second one is even a little bit shaky in Case and Cunningham. Ryan Walschmidt, I think, is going to be very good. I think what we've seen so far in spring training shows that he's going to be a capable major league player at the absolute worst, but this roster's not in a great spot. There's no pitching development going on right now in the minor league system. I think
it's a little pitching development going on in that minor league system.
Yeah.
At least there has been the last few years. They have had a lot of turnover in their major league pitching coaching staffs. Maybe that's a thing. It's just they're a team that the thing that worries me the most about the Diamondbacks is it seems like they don't use the few resources they have well.
correct.
They don't take that many bites of the apple, and they still have some of the worst contracts in baseball on their real team.
Yeah.
And they had an opportunity this season, if offseason they wanted to reset and cash in on Ketel Marte. They decided not to, and they kind of seemed like a team that kind of stuck in the middle. They were average for me.
Okay, I was leaning more average, whatever. So I will go average for you then, because that was where I'm stuck right now. I like the major league players, and those guys are going to be here in 4 or 5 years. And I do think they're all going to be relatively good of the core, like Perdomo, Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll. Those guys I think are going to be pretty solid. But outside of that, it is just they find themselves in between. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Snakes up.
Snakes up always. And maybe we're giving them a little too much credit still because of
their farm system's bad, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I think maybe we're still just giving them credit for the World Series shine from only a few years ago. But
Could be.
they have converted a lot of the guys who they developed themselves into good major leaguers. They have.
Yes, it's just I don't know how many more of those they have left in that system.
But it didn't seem like they had that many then, so I give them credit of the doubt, even though they don't really pop in prospect rankings. I don't even know, do they even have the second top 100, the third? No, they have Waldschmidt's probably
It's
top
just
100.
Waldschmidt, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the Brendan Pfaadt thing's disappointing too. That kind of sticks in your craw.
Yeah, because he's not very good.
Fun one.
Atlanta Braves. I went on a rant with you the other night about how bad I think the Braves might be in 2026. That's, again, going to be my hot take that I think they might just stink it up again. And I'll tell you this, they don't got many shots left because talk about a farm system that's got almost nothing. I think it's better than the Diamondbacks because they have a few exciting young pitchers, but they are still somewhat far away. In terms of hitting prospects, I think it's John Heel, and that's kind of it. And we're reaching right now on him.
He's more of an exciting baseball player prospect. I don't know if he's exactly going to be a great hitter. It seems to me like they put him in the Rafael Furcal clone machine.
Yeah, a little
and that's
bit.
how they produce him, which is really fun. I don't know. The Braves are another team where it's you say the pitching prospects are far away. You're talking about Richie, Caminiti, Owen Murphy.
Well, I think Richie got up to Double-A last year, so he's not even the guy that I'm talking about. I'm talking more about Caminiti and Owen Murphy. I think is still relatively far away, and I think people have gotten a little bit. What's the word? When you're bullish, that means you're excited, right?
Bearish.
Okay, they've gotten or bearish is excited.
No, bearish is bad. Bullish is good.
I think people are getting a little more bearish on Owen Murphy than they were in the past. I don't know, like this farm system. Legitimately, I'm excited about the two guys in Cam Caminiti and J.R. Ritchie. Everybody else inside of it doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah, because I was going to say, for the Braves, there's never a pitching prospect that's far away.
No.
They will promote guys instantly. We've seen that over the years.
That's true.
And I think for half these guys, it's worked. Like, I still don't, I mean, the injuries are a problem, but like Waldrop, Smith-Shawver, I don't really hate what's going on there. I just don't know when they're going to be pitching. Didier Fuentes, I think, got the real raw end of the stick last year, but he's going to probably be okay. It just seems like they don't really put, again, the resources into development anymore. It seems like they got their guys and they paid them all the money and they had to kind of shift the resources that way. This is a team that it could go wrong fast. Like, this is truly, to me, one of the worst farm systems in baseball.
Oh, I think you could make the argument that it is. I mean, we'll talk about some other teams that actually have the worst farm system in baseball, but they need a lot of strides forward this year to avoid that. And in the worst way possible, they're probably at worst on this future tier list in average, right? Just because, again, that major league roster still is pretty strong.
Is it?
I can't put them in whatever. Are you?
I would lean that way, but I think that might have been a crazy start. I guess even putting him in average will seem crazy for people right now. There's almost like part of this exercise is like, where's this team going to be tiered in 5 years?
And I'll tell you this, Ronald Acuna Jr. will not be on this team in 5 years. There's no shot.
No shot. But like at that point, they'll probably be like, okay.
Yeah, and then they might just stink. Is that going to happen? They've never stunk in our lifetime. They stunk for like 3 years.
Yeah, but same with the Cardinals.
Yeah. So maybe that's just the new way.
I just think that they might have not modernized their development yet in the way that a lot of other teams have, especially even their professional development. Like, they're one of the few teams that does not care about workloads, pitchers, hitters, position players, anything. They say 162, which I think works sometimes, but
where do you want to put them then?
Let's do average. Let's see if we change it up later.
Fair. Maybe we'll adjust. Baltimore Orioles. Man, it's another one of these teams where I feel like we're getting close to the end of like that golden age for them of
it hasn't even started.
But that's what's weird. That's what's weird about this team. Like I still think they're good right now, and I do think that they're probably gonna be in the same range that they are 5 years from now because all those young guys are still coming up. Maybe their ownership showed the inclination to spend a little bit more by giving Pete Alonso more money than anybody else wanted to. And there are some prospects that we do like down there. Luis De Leon is like the new hot pitching prospect that everyone's getting excited about. He looks awesome. I like Aaron Estrada a lot. Esteban Mejia was really good.
They did trade a lot of the prospect depth again to get Shane Baz, like we spoke about, basically 3 first-round picks in that trade. I still think I was going to argue a little bit higher for the Orioles because sometimes,
definitely, yes.
Sometimes when these player cores, I feel like right now almost this entire Orioles team is like post-type buy low prospects. Like these are all the kinds of guys I've been targeting, like in certain fantasy leagues, like guys like Colton Cowser, and even like to a lesser degree now we're getting to a spot Jackson Holiday where you're going to get big time production out of these guys, and like this thing really hinges on Gunnar Henderson. If their owner, who should be throwing around money, is willing to throw around money, there's not really a better player to do with than Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah.
So it is about locking him up, making sure he's back with your team because that can change this whole thing a lot. I think there's a perennial playoff team though. Like I think there's a team who's set up organizationally to continue to compete kind of perpetually for the next half decade.
Yeah, I think it's tough right now to put them in damn good, but I do think playoffs is a clear and obvious spot for them just because right now what they're missing is the pitching development. And even though we know they have those guys in the minors, I still think we want to see a little bit more before you really can put them in that damn good. Same thing with the spending. It's just like there's a lot of guessing with the Orioles right now for what their ceiling could be in 5 years.
Somewhat. I mean, but also this could change dramatically if Cade Povich finds another command grade this year. Then it's all different. Like if Trey Gibson, whose stuff looks amazing, he's probably going to get a look at some point this season. Definitely is. Like if he steps in the show and looks like a major leaguer, like now like there's a lot of excitement around. Not a lot, but relatively a lot of excitement around Waron Watts Brown too.
Oh,
like
I think it's just Jaron. I don't think he's Waron. Yeah.
People get on me for my pronunciations. These
your pronunciations are brutal.
It's tough, but I mean that's a tough name right there. I'll tell you that. But there's basically if one pitcher hits, all of a sudden you feel completely differently about them. And I think there's a lot of potential for at least a few of these pitchers to hit over the next 2 years.
They are definitely on the higher end of the playoff tier. I think that's just us needing to actually see it happen, which is kind of the floor of their ceiling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Like watching their bottom fall out last year, there was some concern had to have mounted because of that.
The Boston Red Sox, this one to me feels easy, and it's just World Series.
I think so too, but I think that when we did the predicting the next 5 World Series, that was almost 3 months ago now. I'm a little bit more sour maybe on some of this team's
Why?
processes, and like we say all the time, like it seems like the Red Sox, for every like 5 amazing moves they make 3 where I'm just like, what? But I'm so confident in their player development. I'm so confident in their major league player development. Like it's just, I'm very confident what they can do as an organization. But Breslow's still a little wild boy to me.
I mean, he might not be there in 5 years, maybe, but like,
I mean, but he's building up that minor league the way it develops so much. Kyle Body too. It's just they are getting freaks that are coming up in every single system every single month. It feels like,
and that's why I want to put him in World Series, because they still have like some great young players right now at the major league roster. They have a ton of pitchers. They have a ton of hitters. Like you go up and down this prospect system, you go up and down. We have to count this in too. I do think the Red Sox are going to spend more. John Henry, I think, is going to spend a little bit more on the Red Sox.
Why?
Because they went out and made all those trades, and I do think that like for the guys that were available right now, Bregman was the obvious one, but clearly they prioritized other positions right now. Probably, I know you're down on Marcelo Meyer, but they do have like 4 guys that can relatively play that same position for Bregman. I think they're a clear World Series one. Like Garrett Crochet's for a while. The pitching's so good and so young. All the prospects still coming up. Christian Campbell might still be good. Like
might still be great. Again, like this is us trying to rate organizational health. I do think their organization is very healthy.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're going to go in World Series. It's a big market too.
Yeah, damn fair.
Chicago Cubs. 5 years from now, man, what do I think about the Cubs? Like 5 years from now.
I mean, it kind of, you have to do some betting on, again, what they've built as an organization. The Cubs, I think, need some players from inside the organization to convert a little bit more efficiently than they've had recently.
This is also the weird thing with them.
I trust.
I think I'm leaning damn good more than World Series.
Yeah, that's where I was going to put them.
Because I think, and this is why you guys hate us, and it's just get ready for this, until the end of time, until the Cubs actually change. Me and James, I think, are going to have the same take of like, even all their prospects, I feel like, are like high floor, low ceiling guys. Like,
yeah, but that also could just be like an organizational choice.
I think
and
it
also,
definitely is.
That could be the right organizational choice in a division when you know there's not going to be at that much investment and effort sometimes from half the other teams.
And I do like that we saw them trade off some of those players to go get a guy like Edward Cabrera, who is a ceiling guy. I like seeing that from the Cubs. That's a good move moving forward. Maybe it's a sign of things to come.
Definitely. If you guys see me looking up and down, I'm actively doing a fantasy draft right now.
Who are you taking right now?
Right now, I've taken pitchers like 8 rounds in a row. I might jump Stowers, but I'm a little bit worried about the hamstring.
Fair.
I've just totally faded second base in my last outfield spot. I might get another. Can I get an elite reliever? Is there still an elite reliever on the board?
Just in the middle of the futures video.
I'm just talking it through.
But
is there? Not many elite
I think we're
relievers.
agreeing on the Cubs and damn good, right? Just from the thing of like, again, this team's probably going to be pretty good. I don't know if they're going to be the best team ever in the major leagues in the next 5 years, but I do think that they're going to be hovering right around there.
Shout out the Cubs. I just took Cade Horton.
There you go. Cade Horton will be there, and I think he'll just be good.
I like Cade. Cade Horton's great. Like, he's awesome. But like, I look at the Cubs system right now. I think losing Cam Smith. I mean, I don't know. The jury's still definitely out on Cam Smith.
I think it's very out.
Dumping Cam Smith for the 1 year of Kyle Tucker, especially when I think Matt Shaw is probably still going to be a good baseball player, but I don't know if he'll ever be a great baseball player.
Yeah, I think like they hope Matt Shaw becomes like 70% of Nico Horner probably.
Or a different version of Nico Horner. But I think now with signing Bregman, like maintaining Shaw, like you're probably just preparing for Horner to leave. Then you have to plug a hole. Like the Cubs, it's just, a lot of this hasn't really come from within, and I worry about teams like that. And I don't think they're regarded in the league as having particularly sharp front office. I don't think they're regarded in the league as having a very strong farm system in any way. Like you want to see some conversion that we have not seen of late.
We're about to get crazy right now, talking about the White Sox.
Yeah.
I think they're higher than people are expecting. I think by 5 years from now, they will be a playoff team. I like a lot of what they've done in the minors. I think you can look at the young major leaguers that they have, plus the guys in the farm system. Chris Getz jury's still a little shaky on him, but I like
a little bit.
But I like what Chris Getz has got outside of thinking that Luis Angel Acuna was Ronnie Mauricio. Like Braden Montgomery and Kyle Teal and like that haul back for Garrett Crochet, we're gonna look back and be like, good move. Like obviously you should have kept Garrett Crochet if your owner wasn't gonna be one of the 8 that's gonna lock out the league next year. But like that's the one thing I think that actually holds him back. It's just the Jerry Reinsdorf problem.
But that's part of this discussion. That's not going anywhere. Like I think
that puts him in playoffs.
But I think we consider ownership. I'm considering ownership at least in a big part of what we're doing with this,
yes.
Which is why a part of me was kind of going against the Red Sox for World Series and why I want to give the Orioles a little bit benefit of their doubt. The White Sox, though, it's just they're another team. Like sometimes I really like the things I see them doing, and some things I really just don't.
Yeah.
Like how good's the best version of this team they even have now? Truthfully,
Well, we kind of talked about it in our over/under video. We're like the best version, like maybe win 70 games, right? Like,
and like even the next few years, developmentally, like you talk about all the safety of the young players in the Cubs team coming up in their system. There's no safety in the White Sox.
you don't think so? You don't think that? Like, I think Brady Montgomery's gonna be very good.
But no matter what, like the data tells you if you're running like almost a 30% strikeout rate in AA, like not as a college bat, like you're not a sure thing by any means.
Fair.
Like Brady Montgomery could easily be like a 15% swing strike rate guy in the major leagues, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, damn, like like now we need to wait for this thing to actually get together. Like Montgomery is someone who's similar. His defense keeps his floor tremendously high, but like Colson Montgomery, his whole career might struggle to get his on base percentage over 310.
Were you talking about Colson that whole time? I was talking about Braden.
No, I was talking about Braden first, then Colson.
I'm like, you switched up Montgomery's on me.
Yeah, it's weird that they double Montgomerys are this core, but
Super
I think
Montgomery
that's part of the
bros.
game. I mean, I still might say they're whatever, just until I see something like this. If Miguel Vargas is 830 OPS, 25 home runs this year, I'll give them a lot of credit for that.
But he'll be gone in 5 years.
Yeah, I guess true, but like
Can't
they
even
have,
think about Miguel Vargas right now.
they've at least really built no, but like Miguel Vargas would be like him taking a step forward would be the symptom of a healthy organization. Is my point.
Okay.
Like seeing that, like seeing Chase Maedraw's bat speed go up 2 miles per hour, things like that. Like seeing tweaks of the existing players on this team, that'll give me a lot more confidence in what the next could be. But we still haven't, and it's because we're early for them. I still am not seeing enough of it. I don't think.
I had
to
playoffs.
put
You
them-
had whatever. We're putting them in average.
Okay, that's
Splitting
fine.
the difference.
The White Sox and the Braves right next to each other.
Right next to each other.
They're gonna love that.
That warms my heart right there.
The screenshot's gonna be incredible.
Cincinnati Reds, James. Talk me through them. Their future.
I
Ownership's the biggest problem here.
by far they're like the bizarro like shittier version of the Guardians. Right? I do like what they do organizationally, but
Well, they're like the more talented, shittier version of the Guardians.
yeah, they're like the Guardians' like cousin who puts in way less work and gets the exact same effort.
Yeah,
gets the
me
exact
in
same
high school.
results. Yeah, like that's exactly what this is. But I just don't think any of these players are going to be on this team in the near future, and I just don't know how you develop another LA De La Cruz or Hunter Green. Like this, it's miracles.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I
either.
guess maybe Chase Burns, but like it's miracles that these two guys are here. I think those are the kind of situations where it was more of a stroke of God than organizational success. I mean, Ellie was like not a highly talented prospect. Second he started playing, you're like, holy shit. But like it's you don't get other versions of those guys. It's like this is like a one in a generation to even have them both on the same team.
The thing that sucks about them is that their ceiling in the future is capped again by Castellini because Ellie's gone in 5 years. Hunter Green's gone probably in 5 years. Chase Burns could be gone. That's the annoying conversation that we have to have with these teams, and we'll have it with the Pirates too when that comes up, where I love what the future could look like in a year to two, but 5 years from now, almost everybody on the Major League roster that's any good is probably on the trade block because they're going to get paid mega money. This is a team that if there's a salary cap that's put in, all of a sudden the Reds are totally different future.
Somewhat.
Because these guys are just going to get paid less, which sucks for them, but is great for a team like the Reds.
Yeah, but the Reds will still lose in those situations.
I guess. Kind
I
of
don't
not
know.
really. You can only pay guys so much money if there's a salary cap.
Yeah, the NBA is the Lakers never get the best players. Knicks either. Those teams never hoard all the stars. But
I mean,
like
the Knicks have like two.
I think Knicks are a good team.
Knicks are good.
Go Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks.
Go
But
Knicks!
I just lost my train of thought about
Where
the
do we
Reds. I was
put
gonna
them?
Say that. I mean, we might just really start filling up the average. The other thing about the Reds is that similar to the conversation about them not actually re-signing the players to be in 5 years, the thing that happens to a team like the Reds is the brain drain, where similarly, if you have good people in your development staff, they'll be taken away over the
Yeah.
next 5 years from an organization with more money. Like Kyle Boddy was in charge of the Reds player development, pitching development for years, and then they were just like, oh, now we have your systems, your processes, thanks.
Yeah.
Get gone. But the thing is that those wear down over time. Those aren't maintained, and then new things come into the fold. You want new smart people helping you bring everything up, and now I don't know. Like, I mean, we just saw Regetri Merete. He was Netherlands.
Metri?
He was nasty, but
Yeah.
like, I don't see all the stuff in the bottom of this farm system right now.
I'm cool to put them in average as well.
Just keep laying up average.
Well, I think we're going to probably get to our first non-average, probably the below average one here with the Cleveland Guardians. You can't get excited about, again, a team that doesn't have as much talent as the Reds right now. I don't think will in 5 years and doesn't spend any money. This is the definition of whatever to me. Like I wake up in the morning, I think of the Cleveland Guardians, I go, whatever.
I was gonna say like the exact opposite.
You think they're going to be great?
I think they're. I was actually going to kind of argue for playoffs. Like this team,
Whoa,
this team with no talent is a perennial contender. They always win baseball games.
No,
like
but they're not a contender though,
they're a
because
playoff contender, which is what that tier is for.
yeah, but are they going to be that in 5 years when they don't have Jose Ramirez? Jose Ramirez is going to be what, 37 in 5 years?
Yeah, but like
Then
I don't know.
who's that bat?
There's an argument that they'll get another one. They had him and
Where?
Lindor together. I just know they're going to find one. Those guys. I mean, Lindor was a huge prospect, but like Ramirez was not. Like
They haven't done it, by the way. In
no, they
that
have.
time,
They haven't in 5 years. You're right. They spent all the time, I guess, with pitching. There's an argument. This is the best front office in baseball.
I hate that argument.
But there is an argument of that because they are perennially a team that's going to win between 80 and 90 games. And that's a playoff contender every single year. That's what that tier is for. You will never, ever get yourself to a World Series. I mean, they did once, but like you will always be there. Like how different are they than the Brewers?
Very different.
It's just because of some of the
Brewers
young,
have great major league roster. They have good talent. The Brewers have talented players.
I think the Guardians can find that talent in their system over the next few years. Like I think Bazzana could be a guy that's a major impact piece.
Like Bazzana a lot. I think he's going to be a very good player. I like Chase DeLauder. We know I'm a big fan of his, and I do like Ralphie Velasquez as guys who I think like will be part of this core over the next 4 or 5 years. And maybe that's how you're convincing me that they'll have those.
Now, like they're going to have guys that are just guys no matter what. Like getting another Jose Ramirez, that again, like similar to the LA De La Cruz thing, that's a once in a generation. But like they did him and Lindor at the same time. They did twice this generation. Like this is a team where like I don't really see it, but I believe another one will pop up.
I think this is going to be the first time I say this, James. I think this is you being a little old man and just blind believing.
We've had this argument about the Guardians a little bit this year too, that if you squint, I can like try to see something of a lineup here. Because I just again like guys like Manzardo, DeLauder, like they find a way to convert this talent. They always do.
They do. That is one thing I won't deny. They always do find a way, despite everybody in the world going how.
Like how over the last 5 years they're almost a perennial playoff team. They're 3 playoff appearances in 5 years.
They are great at making the playoffs and losing immediately.
That's what that tier is for.
All right, then I'll put them in there for you. I'll put them in there for you.
We can split the difference and put them in average.
I won't put them in average. They're either going playoffs or whatever.
Okay, we can keep moving around there, but they're a devil magic team.
They are a devil magic team. Colorado Rockies. I think we have our first turbo mega dog shit. This is an organization at this exact moment. I have no idea how they're good in 15 years. No clue. Besides stop playing in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, maybe after Paul DePodesta makes some things to their organization near average, then they get like a young gun who's ready to take it to the next level. Maybe something like that happens, but I don't know how they claw out of this.
Their farm system's not even very good.
That report by Jake Mintz last year that like a ton of their like scouting and player development people were there before the team was conceived
is crazy. Is
like
nuts.
The fact that there are lots of guys in the Rockies front office as of last year who were hired before the team actually played the game. And we're still there.
Like, I'll say this, like, I like Ethan Holiday. I think he's going to be quite good. I think he's going to be a good hitter. Charlie Condon, I think it's dropped a little bit, but, like, clearly he hits the ball hard. Like, it would be very, like, hypocritical of me to be upset at the Rockies for getting hitters that I like that hit the ball hard, are good athletes. Like, Robert Kalaz is a great player. Cole Carrig is Carrig, what is it?
Don't ask me.
All right, yeah, you're the wrong guy to ask. But, like, I understand those, and I think in other organizations I trust them. It's just that how many times are we going to see this over and over again? Until the Monfort sell, this team is turbo mega dog shit.
Yeah, and like the Rockies, they've always had very fun position players at the major league level. That's never been the issue. But it's like, is there even a path forward to ever be a team that can consistently pitch? Like even when they've had their spurts of success, they have not been able to sustain it. Like they're just not. They're not a team I can see getting over the hump.
God, it would be such a fun team to like really do crazy shit with, and they don't. They keep trying to be like every other major league baseball team, and it doesn't work.
I feel like that's like kind of a prevailing thought in like the analytics guys like circles, where it's like this would be the most fun thing in baseball.
Like, what if everybody threw underhand?
Or what if you just did dramatically different like pitch mixes home versus on the road? Like,
Yeah.
What if you were just only change up? Like even to tell guys, you really have to get buy-in from players. They probably wouldn't be arbitration guys because you ruin them on this. But like, you're a home pitcher and you're a road pitcher. Like Chase Dolander just doesn't start at home.
On the road, you're gonna make 16 starts. You're gonna have a 3.4 ERA.
That's what I'm saying. Like here, can't wait for this lifty fastball and this nice slider. The guys at home, like that's when you just got Quintana bowling balls.
Detroit Tigers.
This is a hard one.
It sucks because it's the Tarek Skubal factor.
Kind of, but like this is a team where I think both of us see them as one of our favorite farm systems in the league right now.
Well, I was going to try and make an argument for World Series. The problem is no Tarek Skubal.
That's good because even without Skubal, I was actually going to try and argue damn good.
Okay, so then I think damn good's going to be the place that we end up putting them because, like you said, that farm system's great. That line is full of great young players, and I think it's Illich, right, that owns them?
Illich owns them, and Scott Harris, the lead executive.
I think there's a world where they're going to hot take, it might be better for them to spend money on keeping the rest of their young players and letting Skubal go.
Possibly, but they have time for the rest of the young players.
No, I'm saying, but like you're eventually going to have to keep like Riley Green. You're going to have to keep Torkelson. You're going to have to keep those guys around. Otherwise, you're going to have to replenish them. In that, Skubal's so good. He's so good.
No, Skubal is so good. But I bet if you gave every single team in Major League Baseball a truth serum and you were like 10 years for $450 million, I bet 20 of them would say bad deal.
Probably. I think so. And I'll tell you this. Not a problem for the team that we root for, thank God.
That's what I'm saying. The team is going to sign him because I don't care.
Yeah.
Did you watch the guy pitch? But like that's kind of the game that a team like the Tigers might still be playing, of like trying to be prudent rather than be like gunning for a World Series.
Because again, looking at this farm system, looking at the current players on the roster, like you're so in on Kevin McGonigal, and I'm starting to get more and more on him of just like
nasty.
That's a good ball player you want on your roster when you're trying to be a World Series team every year. I think Max Clark, despite all the nonsense that's going on social media, kind of love that he seems to be trolling right now.
Yeah.
But like playing center, I think he's going to be a great center fielder in that ballpark. He's a great glove. He's got great athleticism. I loved Bryce Rayner out of the draft. I love his swing. I think he's going to be really good. Briseño's been really good. Like even if you start going down like towards like the 10 through 30 spot in their farm system, they've got fun players. I think they look at guys with traits that me and you both value as like that should be where you take your shots.
And I respect how they've handled pitching development over the last few years. Like they've kind of let guys. We just heard Matt on our Mets podcast, Mets Up, talk about one of the strengths of the Mets system is that you have to let some of these players come to the conclusions of their own development on their own. I think a lot of times some teams might inundate players with information, be like, you have to be this guy.
Yes.
Where it seems like a team like the Tigers helps guys come on that way. Again, the Mets help them come on that way. It's just you also didn't even mention Max Anderson taking the draft a few years ago. He's second baseman.
He's hitting well, yeah.
Yeah, ready. How you Lee we've talked about before. Like they just have guys who look like they're going to be. They look like they're good at converting these guys to regular ass major leaguers.
Yes.
And I give a team a lot of credit for that. I really do.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in damn good. I think again, the Tarek Skubal factor is what keeps me away from World Series. But everything else.
If he had the extension, I think I'd put them in World Series, honestly.
And if they had a guy in the minors that I thought was gonna be a demon, I would consider it. But I don't know who that next pitcher is for them.
Besides Jackson Jobe and Troy Melton?
I mean, Jackson Jobe did not look good.
No, he didn't, but he's still not even 24 years old.
He just blew out his arm.
Yeah, Tarek Skubal blew out his arm when he was like 22 years old, too.
You're right.
Like, we got time on these guys. Pitching development is like, unless you're 30, I'm not really thinking about it yet. You got time.
But I am thinking about it, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be a funny quote. I think between Jobe and Melton, you get one frontline guy.
Okay, I like it.
I think so.
I'll take it.
And you got Framber locked up. They're good.
Let's talk about the fall of the Roman Empire here. The Houston Astros got to have one of the worst outlooks moving forward.
I think there's a funny thing that happens on social media, baseball, Twitter, where there's a prevailing thought that Major League Baseball didn't punish the Astros for the cheating scandal. And you look up and down this team right now, they got fucked up by that cheating scandal.
Yeah, this 5 years from now, you're going to be like, oh, they did get punished.
Remember Jeff Luhnow?
I do remember him. My namesake.
that guy was on the money. Like that guy was a beast. But yeah, and his parting gift to us was getting rid of all the minor league teams. But it's just, it's funny to think about where this team is. I don't really like.
I don't see it.
I might put them in whatever.
I think they are the perfect whatever team because I will again. We kind of talked about this as maybe giving them too much benefit of the doubt still, but I will give them slight, which keeps them out of, like, they're not the Rockies. They'll never be the Rockies. That's a special tier right there. But they are whatever, where it's like, you're probably not going to be that good, right? In 5 years from now? I don't see it.
When I look at the upper levels of their minor leagues, when I look at what they've done pitching development-wise the last 3 years specifically, I just don't know who's carrying their torch. I don't know if I trust the people they have working in that building right now, because talk about a brain drain. Think about when you see an exodus of player development staff, coaching staff, minor league strength, conditioning, training, biomechanics. When you see all of those guys leave in the last 2 years, like we've seen with the Astros, that should be a big blaring alarm that the people in the building don't trust the vision, the direction. Those are people in the building that oversaw so much winning.
Yeah.
And they're not there anymore. It's other people who are there now. So I think that's a situation where it's kind of fair to be possibly the two people at the front of, I don't know what the fuck this team looks like in 5 years.
And they do debatably have the worst farm system in baseball right now.
For sure. It's probably one of the bottom three.
There's no probably top 150 guys, it feels like.
I don't think so. It depends what you think about Miguel Ulola.
Yeah. What is he, 30 now?
I think it's still like 24, but it's one pitch guy.
Your Kansas City Royals, James.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one, which probably means they're average.
Sometimes I don't know what's going on with this team.
Like, you know what's great? Bobby Witt Jr. ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and having him for a decade will keep you at least an average team no matter what, because he's that good.
But I think they have 3 prospects I care about, and one of them is about to graduate right now this season.
I mean, this is a big part of this is kind of Jack. Like, if if he's a monster, like if he's a perennial like 900 OPS guy, which I think a lot of his physical skills, abilities, and the things he did in college hint that he could be, this changes a lot. But I don't know, like how functional are they with development? It doesn't really feel like it sometimes, but then you get these pop-up monsters, but they get the pop-up monsters much more often than some of the other teams do.
And I'll tell you this, give me who are the pop-up monsters?
Like Bobby Witt, Jack, Carter Jensen.
Bobby Witt Jr. was the number 2 overall pick.
That's true. Yeah,
Jack Paglione was the number 4
you gotta convert
overall.
that though.
No, for sure. Where I think Carter Jensen was a first-round pick, if I'm mistaken.
No, he was. I mean, Vinny's a big win. Michael Garcia is a huge win.
Yes.
Like those are big wins, and those are guys that are going to be there.
But I do look at their they play that weird game in the draft of sometimes they're playing the pool and it has not really worked out.
No, but sometimes it does. When you gotta get credit for converting some generational talents.
Do you? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I think so.
But Bobby Witt Jr. coming out of the draft was supposed to be the fucking man, and he is the man. Is that a organizational win, or is that what you're supposed to do?
I think what we saw from their offseason this year might suggest a slight lack of confidence in what they can do developmentally, because we saw them trade out and get guys who were good right now but had less team control. Or maybe that actually is more confidence in it. Their team is kind of hard for me to track. I like them this year because, again, they just did well plugging 12-month holes.
Yes.
After that's when it starts to get dicey. Like, I don't know, John Rave, is he going to come up and be the next guy? I don't know.
That's be John Rave. I think... it annoys me that the Guardians are in playoffs, but I tend to lean the Royals are in either average or playoffs, which makes me think average probably.
Yeah, probably. You're just filling up average.
I mean, that's kind of where these teams stand, to be fair. I think a lot of them, if you asked a lot of organizations right now, they'd be happy to be in the average tier in 5 years from now. They're like, let's see what we got.
Because sometimes the way also this is going to line up, averages will get you to the playoffs 3 out of every 5 years, kind of.
And I think almost every organization would take that in baseball.
Yeah, sadly, that is kind of the truth.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Lucas Ramirez, Najee Victor. We just saw them in WBC. Those guys were ridiculous looking. But, I mean, I don't know what the future looks like for this team.
No, I think this is another turbo mega dog shit.
Yeah.
Sorry to Angels fans, but you guys just have no organizational processes whatsoever.
As long as Artie Moreno owns this team, that's what's holding you back is Artie Moreno. There's just a dark cloud over that guy's head. You got your World Series in 2002, and I think there's no world where I'm looking at their prospects. I do like weirdly some of their pitchers. I just don't trust the organization. I like Bremner. I think Bremner might be a really nice pitcher for them. I like George Clausen.
I love Zach Neto. This whatever horrible strategy they have of just letting guys not play in the minor leagues. It's worked a little bit.
Yeah, I get, maybe they should just call Lucas Ramirez in a week. He's hit a home run off Jacob deGrom, Logan Webb, and lefty off Gabe Spire.
The Gabe Spire one was almost the most impressive. I give them some credit for the understanding of game theory with the Grayson Rodriguez Taylor Ward trade as well. That to me is that's decent process right there.
They at least thought about it.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe that was broken clock being right twice a day because they had the 2019 MLB pipeline top prospects pulled up. And they're like, look at this guy. Also, Sam Aldegheri had a great game against Great Britain for Team Italy? He pitched nice. He had 9 strikeouts.
I think that was against Brazil, was it not?
Okay, yeah, it probably was against Brazil. All right, so leave that one there maybe. But there's something going on here, but I just can't. The process is so bad, I can't put them better than the worst here.
Yeah, I think they belong in that. I'm sorry, Angels fans. This is not even me trying to be a hater. If you are excited about your future, I don't know I don't think in 5 years Zach Neto's on the team. I think he's a free agent in 5 years.
Yeah, again, but like it's more about what's going on with the people, the brains, and I don't think they got them right now.
Well, that in combination with who's actually going to be on this roster at the major league level. I mean, who
But I'm
is
saying
it?
they'll get more high first round picks. There will be another Zach Neto, but I don't know if they can fill in the pieces around Zach Neto.
Los Angeles Dodgers. We're just going to drag it to the World Series, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just too easy. Like
It's a
team's
boring
awesome.
conversation. I don't really want to have it for too long, but their farm
Oh, they're
systems.
real. Look how good these guys are.
Their farm system's incredible. It's going to be incredible till the end of the time. They have more money than sin, so they're going to be able to spend and get whatever players they want. It's a boring conversation. They're just going to be good until they choose to not be good anymore, which I don't know when that will be.
I do wonder, because I know it's going to happen. So I'm just curious about who's going to be the star they actually develop internally. Because
Yeah, let's want to make a pick right now. Want to throw Eduardo
Yeah.
Quintero?
I mean, I love Eduardo Quintero, but Eduardo Quintero seems like he'll be more of like a war star than like
fair.
an actual like a guy who like goes viral on Twitter star. Like Josue DePaula feels like the guy who could just hit his way to absolute ridiculous levels.
Yeah, I like him. He seems like he's going to be a sick player. Zaire Hope's more of the like high ceiling, low floor guy. I feel like where
Yeah,
you could
big
tell
year
me
for Hope.
you could tell me any outcome and I'd believe it. Keep an eye out on James Tibbs because as soon as they got him, he just got really fucking good.
Here's the other outfielder too, Soro though. Like that's just
Yes.
they have again the fact that we're even naming all of these guys who any of these guys can be like super pops. Like we were talking about Emil Morales the other day as well. Like there's just guys who could pop all over the system. I'm curious
And-
when it happens because we kind of funny are a while away from the Dodgers developing their own homegrown star. They bought a lot of the position players on this team
They're
now.
doing the Yankee thing.
Yeah, for sure. And like again, like they did develop Corey Seager. They turned him into a monster. Like Will
Yes.
Smith. Will Smith will have a statue one day. Like that guy. That guy's going into the Hall of Fame probably. But like, it's curious how not developed this core is.
They need to develop enough to trade him to go get the guys that they actually want, and that's what they're
I'm
going to
saying.
do.
And that's the arbitrage that probably just works. More teams maybe should be doing things like that.
Miami Marlins. Your Marlins.
My
Your
Marlins.
Marlins, James. Convince me why they're better than I think.
I think this team is doing a lot developmentally. That's really good. Last year, they had one of the highest strikeout minus walk rates, full system of any team in baseball. I'm pretty sure they had the highest velocity increase year over year, average fastball velocity of every team in baseball. That was from Lance Prostowski. They are clearly figuring something out about what's going on with pitching development. Alan Leichman, who's their assistant pitching coach at the major league level, he's an animal right now. I think a lot of teams tried to take him away this year. I think the Marlins did a good job to keep him steady. Something with this team has clicked under the hood. And I also think at the same time, like, Bendick's a bit of a demon.
He is he's
he-
definitely a demon.
He took whatever magic the Rays have of taking a quad A guy and turning him into a dude. Like you know how high I am on Owen Casey heading
Yes.
into this year, plus 3,000 for National League Rookie of the Year. If he is like anything that sniffs 800 OPS guy as a rookie this year, it's going to be holy shit.
Yes.
Like now this team has dudes in the middle of this lineup. Like of course, development's not linear. Like Augustine Ramirez, Kyle Stowers, we don't know what's going to come of those guys this year. You also know how I kind of weirdly love Otto Lopez, like
You
the next
love
Geraldo
Otto,
Perdomo.
yeah.
Otto just plays ball every single day. Playing ball makes you better at ball. Like there's something. This team has sauce right now, and I can't get away from it.
I'll give you playoffs on them.
I think I think this team is could be a perennial playoff team in 5 years.
They're I mean, that's kind of where the Rays were like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a fair place
Guards.
to put them. Yeah. I mean, I think they're much better than the Guardians in terms of like the guys that are going to be coming up too. But
I think so as well. Like even like Joe Mack looks like he's just gonna be a dude.
if they ever spend money, the Marlins with this player development could be a damn good team.
But then they never will spend money. But just
If they ever
having,
did.
even having like a fringy top 10 farm system like they do now, and then also seeming like they have a really good lead decision maker in their front office, that's basically going to get you to the playoffs more times than not.
If the Saudis ever get involved, Miami Marlins are going to be one of the top teams they buy.
The funniest thing is that is probably the team they will buy.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
That's
going right to
probably
they're going
right to the
right to
top.
Miami.
Yeah.
But then it's about making sure they keep everyone making the same decisions they have right now.
Which that might be the tough part.
Yeah,
Milwaukee Brewers.
tough one.
I don't think it is.
Just damn good.
I think it's damn good.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm fair with that.
Because I don't think I can ever put them in World Series because, again, the difference for me is going to be money spending. That's how you get into the World Series tier is the player development plus money spend. I don't think the Brewers will ever spend money to be a consistent World Series contender. We've kind of seen it now. They aren't yet either with how good they've done player development-wise, but their player development, their front office, everything is so at the top tier that this is at the worst a damn good team. And if they spend, kind of like you say with the Guardians, like $40, $50 million more, this team's a World Series contender.
Oh, 100%. But the thing is that they never will.
Never will. Not even coming close.
But like, there's also part of the debate with them is that not that they won't ever have to, but like they could have everything they need in house to be a World Series team over the next 2 years. They could.
Yeah, like Jesus Made. You want to know how I know he's good? My dad told me the other day. He's like, this Jesus made guy. He's like, unbelievable. I love the way he hits. Like he could be that dude.
I mean, they also still have Jackson Chourio, who's 22 years old and now has 300 major league games under his belt. Like it could happen any second for Jackson Chourio. And even if it doesn't happen, comfortably a 4-5 WAR guy.
Which
even
is
if he doesn't actually, even if he doesn't actually have the star potential, he'd be the best number 2 on every team in the league. Like it's, and again, it's a lot. We're good putting a lot in Jesus Made there, saying he's already going to be better than Jackson Chourio. But like they have,
but
it seems like we talked about the Marlins finding some sauce with just general organizational pitching development. I don't know what the Brewers found in Latin America, but it seems like it's like it could get scary in a few years.
like Luis Pena, it would be the number 1 prospect in most systems, and he gets like completely overshadowed by Jesus Made. Luis Pena is awesome. Even like the trades that they've made over the last few years, Andrew Fisher is someone that I really like as someone who's
great game today.
Yeah, Paisan. I didn't know that one, but like as someone who you need on your roster, put him at the corners. I don't think he's not going to be an MVP player, but that's going to be a guy who could be an all-star in the future because the bat is so good. This farm system is like 19 deep of guys that I'm confident will be at the major league level in the next 5 years.
The other thing that's cool about them is that as an organization, I was mentioning this before about the Mets, and it was about who was it talking about? It was the Guards? No, it was Tigers. You got to know yourself sometimes.
They do.
The Brewers know themselves. They know what they do well, and they get on top of it. Like, have you seen Kyle Harrison this spring?
He looks great.
Like, 3 organizations have tried to teach that guy a changeup. They couldn't do it. 2 organizations, the Giants and the Red Sox. And all of a sudden, he's on the Brewers, and like within a couple game reps, he's throwing one of the nastiest lefty changeups I've seen in a while. Like, he looks like he's going to convert to be a good major league starter after all this time. They just do that so well. Like, you have to give him so much credit for it over and over again.
Yeah, I think damn good with the idea that World Series wouldn't be shocking. It's just, again, like kind of in our one question video, like, do I care?
Yeah, I guess.
Make me care.
I probably will care, but like, I mean, like Miz could be DeGrom and then Chourio could be Julio Rodriguez. Then you'll care.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I just need to see it. I need to see it.
Let's see that.
Minnesota Twins.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think this is the most whatever team. They're in that weird spot with the ownership, so who even knows what's going on there? They didn't really spend that much money to begin with. They did on weird ones. Everyone gets hurt. There's something in the water that makes the Twins weird.
The irony is this is definitely a fringe top 10 system.
Oh, yeah. No, a lot of great players. Just every single one of them gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, I don't know about conversion rate. And they're another team. Talk about the brain drain. Like, they had great player development, great pitching development 4 or 5 years ago. I don't think any of those guys are there anymore.
They let them go so they could keep Rocco Baldelli for 4 extra years when they shouldn't have.
Yeah, and ownership. Who knows what happens there? Maybe I don't know. Maybe the Polad that took over that team is actually serious about putting out a winner, but time will tell.
Yeah, they could definitely jump up this list, but they've got such a bad taste in my mouth that I can't. Whatever, I don't care anymore.
I think it's deserved too.
Mets. I mean, we're gonna put them in the World Series, right?
I mean, I would.
Well, good thing this is our video because I would too. You guys get mad at us, clack, 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 in the comment section below. But like, gonna spend the most money in baseball with the Dodgers. The farm system is one of the 5 best at the absolute worst in Major League Baseball. It's not going anywhere. They've built a well-oiled machine. As long as Steve Cohen doesn't go on tilt and fire David Stearns if he has like one off season, I think this team's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it would be second off season. But like, especially like with the Mets, like the way that Nolan McLean has gotten this good this fast, it's like, oh, like this, there's a good chance that's an aberration because he might be one of the 10 pitchers in the National League right now. And then we might be having those conversations in June, hopefully, you know?
Yeah, knock on wood.
But you see a guy pick up that much that quickly, and you're like, oh, this is probably convertible to other guys.
Yeah, and I think even some of the guys that are just coming out of nowhere. Again, Jonathan, Jack Wenninger are prospects that came out of nowhere. They had no business being top 100 prospects ever.
Jack Wenninger's like an 11th round pick out of Illinois.
Jonathan was like a 9th round pick out of Canada.
Also, if you look at those two guys, Jonathan doesn't look like other guys. Jack Wenninger doesn't really look like a lot of other big-time pitchers. Sometimes maybe that's a red flag, but it's just the Mets also still haven't made their big consolidation trade yet.
No.
This offseason was a little bit of that, getting Freddie Peralta. And I think there's a lot of indication that Freddie likely signs a deal and wants to stay here for a while.
Seems like it.
Again, 50-50. We don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. I think the Mets have a big trade in them in the next 18 months.
I hope so.
At the same caliber of what the Francisco Lindor trade was like years ago. Like, I'm saying, like, they're going to pick off another guy, and it might be a frontline starting pitcher. It might be another position player. Like, we'll see what happens with Carson Bench this year, the center field development. Like, they have so much of a war chest right now. It's like something big's going to happen.
And they are one of the favorites to get Tarek Skubal this offseason.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's never going to stop. Like,
No.
That's why a team like that should be considered on the future World Series.
And a little peek in for everybody. If you're not hip to the casino talk in New York City, Steve Cohen's owning the casino. That's going to be right next to Citi Field, all the hotels, everything. He's going to have unlimited money. He will spend an insane amount. He does not care about losing money. He has to lose money.
And again, we want to talk about organizational processes. Mark and I have a little bit more knowledge of what goes on behind the Mets system than some of these other teams. Just like Eric Yeager's basically built the Mets their own drive line.
Yeah.
Like they have that now. And then like Steve Cohen, the big thing that he did money-wise, like, of course he put a lot of the money on the field, but there's no cap and player development money you can spend. And the Mets went from spending basically the least in the league to almost spending the most in the league.
Yeah.
These minor league players, their facilities are amazing. They get wonderful meals. They have great housing.
Get homes, yeah.
We're doing, and like the new academy we're building, Dominican Republic's obscene. Juan Soto was there for like the opening, I'm pretty sure, last winter. Like the Mets are doing everything on the edges right now. The lives other teams are not, and I think that's why they should be considered kind of a rung above.
Yankees, I think also probably in the World Series tier too.
I think definitely this team's just not going anywhere.
No, I mean, like I know I hate the Yankees and I do dog their player development all the time, but like similarly to the same conversation we'll have with the Dodgers about like when's that guy gonna hit? Like obviously Aaron Judge, but that's been a while now. That's been a long time that he's hit. Who's that next guy that's gonna hit for the Yankees player development? That's the question, but it also doesn't matter because
just get the players you want.
Yep, you get the players that you want, and that's the unfortunate side of things. Again, salary cap will really change a lot of this, but
don't say that.
That's not going to happen. So,
and also, like, I mean, you gotta give a lot of credit for Schlittler, Ben Rice. Like,
yeah,
this is,
I mean, they still got time, but yeah,
they're actively converting guys who look like they're pretty solid major leaguers.
Correct.
And this is with their best prospect who's falling on his face. Like this, like the jury is still out. Like Lombard has had a nice spring training. I love Dax Kilby, even though he's far away. Like there's going to be dudes nonstop.
Yeah, as much as my Yankee hate exists, I can't deny the fact that for the next 5 years they're going to be right in this World Series tier.
100% every single year. Will not stop.
Tell me I'm not going to put the A's in World Series tier.
No, you shouldn't.
Why?
Because this is the same thing that the A's do every 5 years.
But they're signing these guys to extensions, and Mr. Kurtz is a big puzzle piece there, and he seems open to an extension.
I don't know how open he would be to an extension. I think because you say that out loud, but I mean,
I think the rumor is that he's open to an extension.
I mean, let's see if they sign him to an extension, that it would have to be like Roman Anthony style extension, where you're not even buying him out until 30, and then he's also getting paid like premium market value.
I'm gonna then argue for damn good.
I don't even think I could do that just because there's still so many unknowns about what the future of this pitching is, where they're even going to be playing.
They're playing in Las Vegas. They have the stadium. It's being built.
I think us knowing about like the park factors of those minor league teams in Vegas, you can't be as good of a perennial contender when you're up against that much to build a pitching staff.
They're gonna be inside.
Are they going to be a full dome?
Yeah, it's gonna be retractable.
Oh, okay, maybe that changes things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that was that rendering the other day, that AI rendering that was just ridiculous.
Yeah. Don't look at that one. Yeah, no,
they're scrolled right past.
They're gonna have the retractable, I believe. That's what all the people in Vegas were telling me when I was there last weekend.
There you go, inside knowledge.
Talking A's baseball at the casino, nothing like it.
Mark Luino, boots on the ground. I can't put them in damn good. We haven't even seen them be kind of good yet.
Why? Why can't we put them there? 5 years from now.
This is more about who's the best future, not exactly 5 years from now. And I still think, in terms of future, I still don't believe John Fisher will ever spend the money. I still don't know if they have like the best front offices in baseball, like anything close to that. I think converting a lot of these guys is a big deal, but similar to what we said about some of these other clubs, all these conversions are high first-round picks.
Yeah, I mean, that's also true.
That's what I'm saying. Like Langoliers, Kurtz, Soderstrom, Jacob Wilson, are big-time prospects, if not top 10 in drafts, every single one of them. You get credit for converting those guys, but if we're talking about like full-on, long-term organizational health, I think it's a slightly different discussion. I'm even thinking I'm being generous to give you playoffs.
You're giving me playoffs. I'm taking it. I'm running with it. I'm running with playoffs. I won't let you tell me they're average. This loaded team. I love the A's.
That's what it is then, though. It's just playoffs.
My Vegas A's. All right. Philadelphia Phillies, James. This is a fun one. This is a really fun one.
Might be mean.
Might be mean, especially because I know you are ready to be a hater on the Phillies in 2026.
The funny thing is, I'm ready to be a hater on the Phillies in 2026, but I still have a lot of belief in their organization. The only thing is, I don't know. Like I like a lot of the guys in their pitching development. That's Caleb Cotham. Like they do great there, but we just know what happens when Dave Dombrowski leaves.
Yeah, and especially because this could be his last chance, he's gonna gut the system. It's gonna be gutted.
But like he didn't trade Aiden Miller.
But that could be one of the. But like the systems haven't gotten gutted from the previous teams that he was at because he traded the best prospects. He got gutted because he traded every other prospect. Like sometimes your systems as 1 through 5 is as important as 10 through 30.
The Dave Dombrowski I know would have told Eddie Miller to pack his bags. But like that may be a little bit of growth on his part to not leave this thing completely in the dust. They still have these very good players locked up for a long time, and I think they will age relatively gracefully. Like I think Schwarber and Trey Turner and Harper will still all be plus players.
Yeah, in 5 years from now, yeah.
For 5, 6, 7 more years for some of those guys. Maybe not Schwarber because he'll be like 40 by then, but like this team, I don't see this team bottoming out the same way the old Dombrowski teams bottomed out because there is still decent elite talent in the upper minors. I guess we'll still see people are really hating on Andrew Painter for some bad data in the spring. I still want to believe in the young man, but like it just can't be as bad as those old school Dombrowski teams. It can't.
It's probably still playoffs though, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to be a perennial playoff team moving forward.
Yeah, I don't see damn good. I definitely don't see World Series in 5 years.
This is a hysterical tier list.
This is sick. Oh God, what a time to be alive.
Someone put this on Twitter. Let us know.
Pittsburgh Pirates. God, I wish if they're, again, this is part of the conversation. If their owner wasn't Bob Nutting, they would just be a World Series team. But
also, if their general manager wasn't Ben Cherington, like these guys are not good.
I think they're playoffs, though. I can't put them average. They're still playoffs, I think.
But you know why I would still put them average?
Why?
I still just see exactly what we're talking about, the Cincinnati Reds.
Really?
Yes. It's the same thing.
I mean, Connor Griffin is still 100% there in 5 years. Bubba Chandler is still there. The Pirates haven't been one to trade off from their top players. They will just let them leave in free agency.
But that's my point. Is that I don't trust this Pirates team to ever surround those guys legitimately with enough support to actually be a perennial playoff team. Like I think the Pirates will ride those guys a few years to some playoffs, but I don't think that they'll ever have the supporting cast because they're very clearly not good at developing besides for elite generational talent, and they're not good at plugging their holes in the offseason or in the free agency or anything. They're not.
Man, I want to put them in playoffs.
If you want to, you could twist my arm and put them there. But to me, I see them right now the same way. I mean, again, Paul Skeens is better than Hunter Green.
Yeah.
And Connor Griffin, we'll see what happens with him and Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, can't say that one yet.
I won't say that one. But also, like, Bubba Chandler's better than Nick Lodolo, better than their support cast and pitchers. So maybe they're a half step better than them, but I still see them, to me, I like them and the Reds. That's
really?
me looking in the mirror. That's Spider-Man meme.
I think they're a little different. Just they both have poor owners. Well,
It's the same thing.
Poor.
They're going to have they're going to have a generational hitter and a generational pitcher at the same time. And again, Paul Skeens is so much better than Hunter Green, so that's probably a bit of a fallacy to put that comparison there. But are you ever actually going to supply them with enough support? I don't think.
You're probably right, but I'm putting them in playoffs.
Dude, you're Pirates.
You're probably right, but these are my Pirates. I'm putting them in playoffs.
Your Pirates.
San Diego Padres. That's it, by the way. That's it for me trumping James on this tier list. I'll be a team player from here on out.
That's the only one. You were that passionate about it.
Them and the A's.
Yeah, the A's are crazy. I'm gonna be honest. The A's are
Why?
fucking nuts there. The A's are nuts.
They're not nuts at all.
They're nuts. The A's have 5 good position players. You're like, hell yeah, playoffs every year.
That's like half the teams that make the playoffs every year.
The A's haven't had a good reliever in like 5 or 6 years. Oh, maybe they had last year. I forgot the one.
Okay.
I forgot the one. I forgot the big one.
You better watch your fucking mouth.
They had one really good one, but he's gone.
San Diego Padres got him. Fun segue.
Here's a funny one. If Mason Miller was on the A's this year instead of the Padres, who do you think would have a better record? Would it still definitely be the Padres? Or how close would they be?
Yes, probably still the Padres. You still need starting pitching. He's not going to pitch 5 innings.
What does this team look like in 5 years?
I don't have a fucking clue. I have no idea.
If the wrong group buys this team, you might be looking at a generationally bad 5-year run.
Oh, there's a world where the ownership that takes over, one of the first moves they make is trade anybody making any money.
Yeah. Or they might be like, I'm not buying a team, so you trade everybody making all the money.
That's another possibility.
But also at the same time, like someone could buy a team that has like a proven star power and an amazing fan base and be like, we want to keep the show going.
I think I'd like to give the Padres the benefit of the doubt and think they're still a playoff team in 5 years, like a future playoff team, an organization that's going to be in the playoffs. But man, they have probably the biggest swing here, and it really does matter on the one thing we actually have no clue about, which is who's going to own the team.
There's almost an argument to put the Padres in any one of these tiers.
Literally, every single one I think they could fall into. But I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because this organization has been trying to win for so long that they're going to continue to still try and win.
But that all depends on who buys that team.
I'm thinking positive for the Padres.
I think that's almost like a 50-50.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
Yeah.
So then
like
so does that put you in average?
I don't know. The Padres fans yell at us. I think that probably should be perennial playoffs, but they are not prepared for anything to go wrong this year,
Correct.
next year, the year after that.
Ever.
I don't know how they find this. But that's it.
They do just hang around though every single time because
Yeah,
the team is good.
Yeah, they have this great star power. And they have an amazing bullpen. It keeps you around.
It does keep you around. San Francisco Giants.
Average.
They are the most average team. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you weren't fighting for it because they haven't really shown anything in terms of player development at all.
I think they're just excited to be this very average moving forward. It seems like they're just ready to hang around.
This is the tier we talked about where teams are just happy to be in the playoffs 3 or 5 years. That would be good. Even 2 of 5, they're probably like, yeah, we'll stick around. Everyone's keeping their jobs.
It's also just kind of who they are right now. Unless we see anything moving in the right directions, it's a good core. It's not a great core.
Looking at their farm system, Joe Suarez, I think the most exciting guy, right? The rest of it, I kind of don't know where they land. I like Bryce Eldridge.
Joe Suarez also, he could be a complete non-factor in 12 months.
Literally,
yeah. He's that young. This is a very average farm system that has a lot of riding on some really high variance players.
A lot of 18-year-olds.
Right, but they do spend big money at the top of the international market every year. They just struggle to convert, and this is a long time they struggle to convert.
Yeah,
they haven't really convinced any real free agents to take their money either.
Never the top guys.
So it's.
I think average is fair.
Might be generous.
You think they're whatever?
I mean, I'm happy to put them in average, but average might be generous.
Okay. Seattle Mariners. Man, I
World
wish
Series.
they could spend some money, but yeah, I think they are still World Series. The player development's fantastic.
They convert.
They convert on. Feels like everybody converts for them
all the time. They do a really good job. It's the trust in an organization like that. It's there's they've earned it.
Their toughest thing is literally that they can't get a big free agent ever.
And it is funny now looking at the spread of this as we're almost done. How many more teams are kind of right in the middle?
Yeah, a lot.
It's hard to bottom out, and it's kind of hard to be a damn good World Series contender.
Yeah, and it takes some organizational hits. That's really what it turns into. And if you look at all these teams, I guess outside of the Pirates, and again they probably do fall into more of the average. Most of these teams right now are lacking thinking that there's going to be that huge pop with them.
And again, a team like the Pirates, the huge pop is oh my God, you got 2 all-time generational players at the same time.
And that might make you a playoff team.
If even one of those didn't happen, you'd be between whatever and Turbo Mega Dog shit.
Literally.
You happen to have 2 of them, so that's just going to help.
St. Louis Cardinals. Well, this is a fun one to talk about the future just because this is the Chaim Bloom play. Are you thinking that Chaim Bloom can do the Red Sox over again?
He could at least do the beginning of it over again, and he might
get fired by that.
Yeah. And have to watch another person take his team to success who might not even be as good of a decision maker. But whatever, average, a strong feel.
I was leaning whatever because it seems like they're still a little behind.
I think so, but I think this offseason was a good indication to us of how much talent they're ready to just volume accrue together.
I guess maybe I'm leaning more average, and here's why. Speaking of their farm system again, I do like Liam Doyle. Reinel Rodriguez smacks the baseball. I like Josh Baez. Senja, I think, was a good pickup. Leonardo Bernal hits the ball well. Again, they are the Cardinals. It probably is just average because everything about them feels average.
It's also with the Cardinals is that you're probably going to have the modernization of a lot of player development things right now. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have that with a farm system that already has some players hitting. Ryan Peterson, Sam Peterson, whatever the outfielder they took last year early, he was a toolsy dude from high school. You get that guy in the right system, you're you're going to see something. They easily right now could have a top 5 system in the whole league.
There's a world, yeah.
Not even a question about that. And if you modernize at the same time, it's I trust.
So maybe that's average. I think give Chaim Bloom the benefit of the doubt. I hate the Cardinals.
Yeah, definitely, but still.
Can I put the Rays in whatever?
I mean, possibly. I still think
Am I just tired of them?
I think you are tired of them, but there's this still the front office is still grinding.
Still sharp.
And I think they're going to get some more investment soon.
Okay.
Weren't they sold or are being sold?
I think they're something along the lines of it. Again, the Rays I've become a little tuned out to just because again it's the same thing for the last 20 years and it's kind of boring me now.
It is, but it's whatever that is keeps them around between average and playoffs every year almost. Even this year, the biggest problem with the Rays right now is how much I trust the rest of that division.
Yeah, that's fair.
If the Rays were in the AL Central, probably playoffs just because I think they could beat most of those teams. They just happen to be the worst team in their juggernaut division.
Here's what I'll tell you. I think the highest possible they could go is average just because even if we're looking at in their own division right now, we have 3 of the teams that we think are clearly better than them.
And there's going to be a fourth.
And I think the Blue Jays are better than them too.
Yeah, so like what I'm saying.
Are they whatever or are they average? I'm going to let you pick on this one.
I'm going to put them in average.
Okay, put them in
I
average.
want to give them the credit for that.
Texas Rangers, James. Texas Rangers. This farm system has quickly turned into nothing.
It would be mean to put them in whatever, 2 years, 3 years off a championship?
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
Because that's kind of where I see them. I don't see a lot of these young players taking huge steps forward. Like Wyatt Langford, I still think it will be a star, but it's like, okay, you turn the top 5 pick into a star. I don't know where the pitchers are coming from. I don't know where.
I don't know if the money is going to be spent.
No, I mean, Chris Young is still, I think, a good executive, but.
But, like, is he?
Won World Series.
Yeah. Does that make you a good executive outside of the year that you win the World Series?
Possibly.
They mega underperformed after that.
They have 2 years in a row. I mean, even last year, like they were still a fringe playoff team.
Yeah.
But just as these pieces kind of start to fade away, and as this Corey Seager contract gets worse and worse over the years, they feel whatever.
Yeah, I think whatever is a fair spot to put them. Toronto Blue Jays. I gotta really think. I gotta really think about this one.
I trust them a lot.
Okay. All right.
It's disrespectful not to put them World Series though.
No. Maybe. Yeah, probably is actually. Probably is.
That's what I'm saying. But like I just feel like they're not as good as they were last year.
This is a really tough one. I mean, it's not about if they're as good as they were last year now. It's about what's their future
it's
looking like.
It's just about how much we trust them. Like they're
going to spend. We know they're going to spend money. That's a plus.
They're going to spend when players are willing to take it. Like
farm system's been iffy.
Farm system's been iffy, but I trust them to convert on things that we're not seeing
just yet.
And also I trust when these guys get to the major leagues that they'll have a little bit more sauce than we perceive them to have. Like they have some player development magic that won't come up on these farm system rankings just because there's going to be some depth guys in that system that don't really make it into the public lexicon.
To what we've done with all these other teams in the top, we've talked about the Dodgers, we've talked about the Yankees, we've talked about that their player development's really the only question mark that we have, and I feel like the Blue Jays are in the same thing. They're going to spend. They are in that weird tier of still not getting the top free agent ever. But they did bring in Vladdy, kept him here. That's huge that they kept him around. But maybe that's why they're damn good is because they still haven't won on free agency for the biggest guy.
But it doesn't seem like they're even. I mean,
they love getting like
they won Cease.
Yeah, but was he the top guy in this free agent market because it was a soft pitching class?
Somewhat, yeah.
Like he's not. I think there's debate if he's a top 20 pitcher in the league. Clearly,
I mean, there's a huge debate about that.
So is that getting the top guy? This is why I would be okay to put them in damn good 5 years from now. Like thinking about their future, they're still a damn good team. But they do spend as like all these other teams where you can just be a World Series contender every year because the money that goes out.
And it kind of just seems like that's where they'll be.
Okay, I'll leave them there. That's fine with the Blue Jays. Shout out to 6. Washington Nationals. Turbo mega dog shit.
I mean, we're seeing good decision-making, though. I trust their front office to actually get this team on track eventually.
Yeah?
Why? I was going to put them with Everett. I thought you were going to start talking average.
No. No shot.
You could just start to feel it a little bit.
Why? How? Explain to me why you start to feel it, because there's no indications.
I think a lot of the trades they made this offseason were rather sharp. I think the swap for Jake Bennett and Luis Perales, under-the-radar trade, were like, yeah, let me get a stuffed demon. I think just getting rid of Mackenzie Gore at this time, if like you didn't see it and you got someone who's a perceived first-round pick last year who could actually be like a difference maker, position player in your farm system with a lot of nearly year away from Major League ready possible talent, you can just see the fact that they're doing smart things all of a sudden.
I get concerned about the fact that they've literally never been able to keep their top guy ever. Bryce Harper, gone. Juan Soto, gone. They hit on the Juan Soto trade. They somehow found a way to trade Dominican Ted Williams and get a ton back. And that haul back was great, and it has amounted to nothing at all.
Because they had dinosaurs on that team that whole time. Like that was a miracle they hit that trade. But
we're already talking about trading C.J. Abrams. They traded Mackenzie Gore.
I think they probably wish they could have traded C.J. Abrams, for being honest.
And then how long does that reset then take again for them to not be a 70-win team still?
Yeah, probably about 5 years, like we're saying. But I think this is the beginning of a long, slow road for them to just become competent. And you also just watch with the Marlins. Like, it does happen fast when you actually start having good development, good decision-making in the right places.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I haven't seen it.
Maybe. I also, looking at this, I think I want to bump the White Sox down to whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine
I
with
think looking at that tier, I give those other front offices and just rosters a lot more credit than them.
Yeah.
It evens us out a little bit
Chris,
more.
Chris Getz did think he traded for Ronnie Mauricio, so
It was a foot taller than Luis Angel Acuna.
not even close. Way slower.
But like now looking at this spread, I kind of dig it.
This does feel good, and
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to the Angels fans. It's just what it is.
It's sadly like I think the biggest anchor here is going to be Astros fans.
Yes, that's going to definitely be. And I think Rangers will be number 2. The Rangers fans are getting at us. They were talking about we had the best defense in baseball last year. Our defense didn't suck. So it was carried by a couple guys that are no longer on this team.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this year with that outfield. But I mean, I like this list. I'm happy about this. Another kind of weird, out there video. So let's guys know if you like this concept and just if you want us to do more weird stuff like this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Windup. We hope you enjoyed it. Follow James on social media at
James Shion.
I'm Giraffe Neck Mark. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.